phone told me it's better you move out and going towards south because I was living somewhere around here in Fountain Grove area. And when I was moving out, I was with my wife, drove by around my shop. I saw my truck was already fire, and fire was not coming even close to the building yet. Drove by around my shop. I saw my truck was already fire, and fire was not coming even close to the building yet. And fire was not coming even close to the building yet.
In the hill and coming down. So everywhere along the 101 corridor, basically North Santa Rosa is being impacted still by this fire. It still is very dynamic and very active, as you can see.
What are we seeing and hearing right here?
Yeah, so you're seeing some sort of material ignite and burn in there. You're getting a lot of materials that are vaporizing and combusting, gas lines, different materials they may store in the structure, and obviously some explosions occurring as well.
Are we in danger right here? Do we need to start thinking about moving back based on
this? Good time to end the interview and step back for a second.
Okay, so guys, the Hilton Wine Country Hotel is actually engulfed in flames right now. You can see the fence is on fire, and behind that, what we think used to be the restaurant here at the Hilton. What's really interesting is, as we've been standing here, we can not only feel the heat from these flames, we're having the debris and the ash come rain down on us because we are so close to this fire, but then also we're hearing these loud booms from inside. It's not explosions, it's portions of the hotel that are collapsing in on themselves as this fire continues to burn. And the eeriest part about this is there is not a firefighter in sight. We have not heard a siren, we have not seen a fire truck.
A lot of them have relatives they could stay with, or the hard part is, just not knowing where this is all going to end up.
Rob, as I sort of look over your shoulder, it appears as though there is at least one home that is still standing. Can you bring our viewers and myself up to date? It appears as though there is at least one home that is still standing. Can you bring our viewers and myself up to date as we just now are joining you? Is the entire area destroyed, or is that right? Is that in fact a home behind you? I can see a vehicle parked outside of it. Is that in fact a home that's still standing? Oh, no, I see the flames now.
No. What you're looking at is part of the hotel. This is part of the Hilton Hotel. Where I was standing behind me was the Fountain Grove Hotel. So there are two hotels essentially on the same property, just separated by a driveway. It's the Hilton that you're seeing burning. There's
reported, hurricane force winds, fire tornadoes in the Coffee Park area. There were things that really shocked us the next morning looking at that, where there was a vehicle upside down, 100 feet into Coffee Park.
So, I want to explain to you guys what happened. This is so crazy. It's so fucking crazy. Last night, I was hanging out with my boyfriend, Daniel. If you follow me on Snapchat, you know who he is. And I was hanging out with his cousin, Manzo, and his girlfriend, Desenia, and we were all chilling. We decided to go to this place called Gravity Hill, go see like a view, and it was like hella windy, and it was like so weird because like when we were at Daniel's house, like it was not wind, like the weather was chill, like it was such a chill Sunday. It's so windy. What are you doing? And then when we were coming back down like the hill, there was like a lot of debris, and it was just really weird because it wasn't like the weather was fine the whole entire day. We're on our way back to drop off his cousin and his girlfriend. We saw there was this house on fire downtown, and I Snapchatted it. I'll have like the clips in this video.
That's so crazy. The hell is that?
Crazy, but we didn't think anything of it because it was just a random house downtown that had been caught on fire, and I had no idea that the whole Napa area was caught on fire either, so we just had no idea. We were fucking blind. After that, we went over to Daniel's house, and we were chilling, we were watching TV, we were really tired, weren't looking forward to going to school the next day. We were planning to go eat breakfast in the morning. Daniel had passed out like around 1 o'clock, I would say, and I passed out maybe like an hour after he did. I think around like 3 in the morning. His mom comes and she wakes us up, and then she's like, hey, like, everyone's evacuating the town. She's like, we need to go. Daniel and I, we were so confused because we were like, what the fuck is going on? And then I started doing my research like on my phone, and I was like, oh shit. Then we ended up leaving because it was really bad. So I was over at his house. My parents were over at my house. And when I called my mom, I was like, hey mom, like, I'm currently helping Daniel, like, and his family, like, leave. We're evacuating. And then she's just like, oh, like, I'm getting ready for work. And I was like, girl, don't even bother getting ready for work. Like, your fucking work is on fire right now, because that whole side of town was already caught on fire. Getting ready for work, like, your fucking work is on fire right now, because that whole side of town was already caught on fire, because it spread so quickly. I was shook. She was like, what the fuck? Everything's on fire? And I was like, yeah, like, I was like, you guys need to evacuate now. Like, I would suggest...
This is the Kmart shopping center. This is Kmart burning up. It's the edge of the fire here. The homes and to my west here have all been destroyed. I've been told that the cars that are out in the middle of the street were exploded. Gas tanks exploded, and I've been there in the streets. There's rocks, whatever. Total devastation. Coffee Park on my right. The plate structure kind of made it. And they got a facility at the past wall to go in and you don't know the way out of here. Unfortunately, have their own transportation. And they're all set up. They have their own transportation. They have the vehicle.
Oh, shit. Yeah, I've been at Atlas Peak. Oh well, we don't want to go up here. No, we don't want to go up here.
Right there, catching fire, multiple ambulances sent to the scene. Authorities concerned this could be a mass casualty event, also worry that drivers and passengers could in fact be trapped. ABC's Matt Gutman leading us off tonight.
The fire tonight sparking an inferno on the highway.
Go, people. I can feel the heat.
Trucks bursting into flame, at least a dozen cars torched. The brush fire jumped the 15 freeway about 75 miles east of Los Angeles.
I declare an NCI on the 15 freeway.
Burns.
I do have approximately 2 to 3 structures involved. Reports of people trapped.
That fire consuming at least 3,500 acres. The column of smoke miles high, so thick it cast a mass.
This was what one neighbor told me, a beautiful, green, lush neighborhood with dozens of homes. Now, most of them are in ashes, some still smoldering. That homeowner telling me she woke up in the early morning hours by howling wind.
Transformer explosion, structure fire, multiple callers. 451 Mark West Station Road, 451 Mark West Station Road, Larkfield. K Drive, box 2646, Bravo 1, Control 2, 2126. Hazardous condition, tree down, possible transformer explosion, structure fire, multiple callers. 451 Mark West Station Road, 451.
And the best evidence that we have are the reports of a transformer that blew near the start of the Tubbs fire. There are reports of downed power lines near the starts of other fires. There were no lightning strikes.
Gerald Singleton says PG&E could be on the hook for $6 billion in damages if found responsible for causing what is now the deadliest fire in state history.
Listen, tree down, possible transformer explosion, structure fire, multiple callers, 451 Mark West Station Road, 451 Mark West Station Road, Clarksfield, Katy Drive, box 26.
Widespread damage.
Explaining a lot had to do with the wicked winds and dry conditions feeding the flames, creating something called a fire whirl. As fire investigators examine how this fire started, we are learning why it was so violent and vicious, devouring practically everything in its path.
At least minimum 60-mile-per-hour winds where this fire started. And I understand they increased to 70 and possibly 80 miles per hour to push this fire.
McLean said that the winds also tossed around explosive and deadly embers.
The fire is spreading down the street, as you can see, and it looks like they're trying to save the structure down the street directly across from the gate of the Silverado Country Club.